Give me your mouth. How about that one for number 2? Yes.
Pure and simple, there is nothing in the world like it. Catching these big, beautiful, largemouth bass at one of the greatest fisheries on the planet. Talking about Lakes Moultrie and Marion, talking about Santee Cooper, and that's where we are this week on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Welcome to the Bassmaster Studios. I'm Tommy Sanders, joined right now by our man, our analyst, the great Mark Zona. And Z, we can't wait to get here. It's been 16 years for the Elite Series, but it's going to be a little bit different owing to the time of year.
It is a different monster this time around. A lot of people will tell you Santee Cooper is one of the best big bass lakes in South Carolina. Well, that's not true. It's one of the best big bass lakes in the entire country. But when you come here in the spring, I don't want to use the word easy, but it's kind of easy. If you rewind time, it was a slugfest the last time we were here. But in the fall, it's a little bit stingy, and minor adjustments will pay big dividends by the end of this week.
Well, regardless of the conditions, the challenges we're dealing with this time, this place still is the land of the giants. Let's take a look back. 14 years ago, 2006, Santee Cooper Elite Series event. This was held in March through April 2nd, March 30th through April 2nd. And Preston Clark, that man right there, won with 115 pounds and 15 ounces. That's going to be the 11th highest winning weight in Bassmaster history, winning weight for a 4-day event, 5-fish limit. Z, let's take a look at our Yamaha Unlock the Lake.
Exactly right, Tommy Sanders. If you look at our Yamaha Unlock the Lake, this is a monster. 110,000 acres on Lake Marion. Lake Moultrie, about 60,000 acres, stumps, grass, and here's the best way to put it. They live here. If you actually rewind and looked at that footage from that 2006 tournament, everybody caught them. This time around is a case of the haves and the have-nots. Day 1 leader, Carl Jocenson, 25 pounds and 8 ounces.
Definitely one of the haves, and surprising everyone. I don't think anyone was predicting a weight that heavy. Day 2, though, Carl Jocenson stumbling just a little bit. Could only manage to bring 12 pounds and 7 ounces, but that 2-day total of 37 pounds and 15 ounces would serve him well. Definitely a big part of the picture here after 2 days on Santee Cooper.
We knew coming into this tournament, consistency was going to be a big deal. Brandon Pollinik, and this tournament not really in his wheelhouse, moves up the leaderboard on day 2 with over 18 pounds.
18 pounds and 13 ounces. Couple of pounds advantage over Carl Jocenson. These cousins-in-law slugging it out here at the 7th stop of the year for the Bassmaster Elite Series. I don't know how many storylines we have working here. Brandon Pollinick, though, we turn to day number 3, and he's the one who stumbles 9 pounds and 9 ounces on this day with some key missed fish.
Exactly right, and execution was going to be key. From Minnesota, Austin Felix. Well, he is the one with the execution on day 3, over 17 pounds. And here's the amazing thing. One of the only anglers fishing offshore, making it work, and has no company around him.
Would be a little bit of an upturn in production for Carl Jocenson on day number 3. In fact, he would take over the lead with 12 pounds and 11 ounces, almost 60 pounds for 3 days of fishing. That may be a little more than any of us expected here. He catches his 4th fish right there at the end of the day.
Got him! Here we go, baby! Big one! Stay on! Stay on! It's a bass. It's a bass. Yes! We don't give in, bro. We don't give in.
Looking for 11, 15, 12 pounds, 11 ounces. A brand new leader with 50 pounds and 10 ounces. Carl Jacobson is 5 fish away from his 2nd Bassmaster Elite Series title.
Well, after our preliminary qualifying rounds, 3 days of fishing, that's what it looks like. Our top 10 who will go after it on championship day. The final day, and Carl Jocenson with that lead, a slim lead over Austin Felix, Brandon Pollinik, Bernie Schultz, the veteran, in there as well, and Corey Johnston, one of the big players in AOY. We'll get it started when we come back.
The Bassmaster Elite at Santee Cooper Lakes, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps, is being brought to you by Minn Kota, Talon, Mercury, and by Nitro Boats.
The Bassmaster Elite at Santee Cooper Lakes, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. And this is it. We're down to 10 anglers. Final day of competition. The conditions very, very tough to deal with all week long for all these guys. There are our top 10. Carl Jocenson looking for Mr. October. He won his first Bassmaster Elite Series event in the fall of last year on Lake Tenkiller. But he's being chased hard by the likes of Austin Felix and Brandon Pollinik and all the rest.
You can't get too caught up in being in the lead or anything like that. You got to go out and do what you can. I understand what I'm doing. I know what's there, and I believe in 5 casts I can win this thing. So I have to keep my head down and do what I'm confident in, and let the chips fall as they do.
Well, all of our 10 anglers have got to feel a little bit precarious. It has not been a walk in the park all 3 days so far for any of these guys, as Carl Jocenson and the rest of our 10 for the championship day get ready to go.
And all 10 of our anglers fishing on Lake Marion. Carl Jacobson, boy, days 2 and 3, he's cut it to the wire, needs a fast start.
My whole career has been about last cast. It really isn't last cast. It's just not backing off until you have to. It's not over until it is over. And I've always fished and competed like that. That's what it takes. That not give in attitude has got me to where I am today.
Yeah, baby!
And I just want people to see that. I want my story to be my story, and that to be the reason someone else doesn't give in. You know, they might see that it ain't over till it's over.
Got him, boys! Got him, boys! Stay on. Stay on.
Stay on. This is why we came here. 2.5. Saw him blow up. Got him. Just need a start. Need a start here. That's what we wanted. That's one. Let's get one more. Let's get a big one. He blew up and he ate it, finally.
Well, that's a good start for Carl Jocenson. This place has sort of been the make or break starting place for him each and every day. As we take you out to here he is, 3rd place to start the day, Brandon Pollinik.
Yeah, very interesting. Brandon Pollinik starting somewhere on Championship Sunday. He has not fished the last 2 days, gambling big time. And what's been really interesting is watching his transitions of techniques. And he has weighed in some big ones this tournament. Taking a look at our Phoenix Big Bass from day number 1, 7 pounds and 9 ounces. And Brandon Pollinik, one of the best closers on the Elite Series, said, I will gamble on this final day to get one more trophy.
Gosh, there's so much activity in here, just busting around everywhere. I just can't seem to catch me one of the big ones that lives here.
Got one. It doesn't feel little either. Oh, it's a good one. Stay on there. Stay on there, please. Please stay on there. Please. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, gosh. Come here. Come here. Yes! That's how you fire shots on day number 4. That's why we came down here. Oh, that'll get you fired up, man. Oh, dude. That's the bite we came here for.
Oh, I'm shaking so bad I can barely even like hold my rod. It's shaking in my legs. There we go. Oh gosh, that's a big one. Oh my gosh, bigger than the last one. Stay on there. Stay on there, stay on there. It's another big one. Got it choked. Yes, yes. Choked it. Choked it. It's 3-pounder. 3-pounder, man. Check that out. We gotta start. We got something happening.
Ah, yes, we do, Brandon Pollinik. He made the comment. It is very easy to catch 27 pounds here on Santee Cooper, but it's even more easy to catch 7 pounds. Well, he has already eclipsed that 7-pound mark.
Yeah. Feast or famine, all these guys have had a feast day. All of these guys have had a famine day, at least when we talk about that top 10 right there. And you can see Brandon Pollinik, those 2 fish, very, very meaningful, but it's very, very early on this championship day. Austin Felix, Corey Johnston, Bernie Schultz, and all the rest. Not too much weight separating the top 10 to start. Somebody's looking to stretch out the field. Will it be the veteran, Bernie Schultz? Corey Johnston, who's going to rise to the top during the course of this day? One big one, remember, can change anyone's day, can change anyone's career. We'll be back to Santee Cooper.
Oh, man.
Championship day, 10 anglers left at this Bassmaster Elite at the Santee Cooper Lakes. Brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. We've got 10 guys out there, not a whole lot of poundage separating them to start the day, but it's spreading out just a little bit right now. Pretty tight race, though, in our 2020 Bassmaster Rookie of the Year contest. Taku Ito has had that top spot for a good long time, and Austin Felix, just wondered out loud if this guy was ever going to relent. He did a little bit this week, and now Austin Felix is our top rookie.
Here's one. Oh, yeah. Chill out, buddy. Y'all better watch out if this works this morning.
I freaking love this game.
Golly. What's he, 2 3/4? Oh my Lord, this is gonna get nuts. I'll tell you right now.
Well, a solid day 3 for Austin Felix, backing it up here. Championship Sunday, all the way up Lake Marion. Somebody we haven't seen much this year, Destin DeMarion. Not catching a lot, but they have been the right ones.
There it is. Good one, dude. Oh, yeah. Get in here. Yeah! It's the biggest one I think I've caught this week. Oh man. Put in the work. We're gonna get 6, 7 bites probably today. But if we catch them like that, it's gonna be scary at the weigh-in for sure if we can catch them like that, man. That's a good fish. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh.
Boy, one that size is absolute gold here this week at Santee Cooper, but the Phoenix Boats, big bass of the tournament. Well, we saw Brandon Pollinik, that 7-pound, 9-ouncer on day number 1. Jeff Gustafson caught the one that turned his week around. He said, I was losing. I was a nobody till I caught that one there. And David Mullins on day number 3, 7 pounds and 7 ounces.
With 46 pounds and 12 ounces.
Just going down through here and bang, catch a 7-pounder, you know, that's how Santee's fishing. So we'll see, but yeah, it was a great bite. Actually, boat flipped it on an 18-pound test. I thought it was about a 5-pounder and flipped it over the back, and it ended up being 7.7, so.
There you go. Oh, he was shallow. I don't think he'll keep. Number one ain't much, but he's more than what we've had.
David Mullins on the board there. Again, David Mullins, who turned his day around yesterday with a giant, looking to jump one of those today. Same story for Brandon Pollinik, but he certainly has the upper hand right now. 2 fish in the live well. That's pretty strong.
Exactly right. We said he made a big gamble here on the final day. Well, we've seen him do that his entire career. You look at his first win on Bull Shoals in Arkansas, it almost seems, Tommy, if you look at the victories that Brandon Pollinik has had in his young career, he looks for something out of the way, something that the rest of the field somehow ignores. And really after Bull Shoals is when he put all of us on notice that he was here in a big way. From there, you look at his win on the St. Lawrence River, making almost 100-mile run onto Lake Ontario, absolutely blowing the field away in that event.
Yeah, coming off a disqualified day on the Mississippi River, the tournament before, he says, look, what else can I do? I just got to go up to the St. Lawrence and win the tournament. And that is what he did, putting us on notice yet again. Earning his nickname for sure.
Exactly right. Taking a look at another victory from Brandon Pollinik here. Sam Rayburn, Texas, Big Bass Factory. And yet again, we've said this with certain anglers in the Bassmaster history. Guys like Denny Brower, Kevin Van Dam, when they smell a victory, they usually hold that trophy. And Brandon Pollinik really is at the top of that list right now in our field.
And of course, victory number 4 came this season, a 2020 victory at Lake Champlain for Brandon Pollinik, fishing a very special place, Z.
Exactly right, Tommy. You could tell on that final morning he was ready, eerily similar to today.
Once again, the prodigy is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion!
That's got to be a catfish or something. I don't know what I got here. I got something big. Please be a bass. No, it's a giant largemouth, dude. Oh my gosh. It is a big old giant largemouth. Come on, come on, get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. Dude, it's a giant. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I told you I could see him down there on that Mega 360. I told you I could see him. I knew those were bass. Had me hung up in the tree. Look at that. 10-pound Seaguar Gold Label. That's what I'm talking about, man. Dude, that's a dang hammer right there. Woo! That's a 6er. Maybe we won't leave quite yet. Oh man. Dude, that sucker was like rolling like a catfish in there. Look at that. Jammed up in that freaking brush pile in the tree. Haven't caught one on a chatterwagon all week. Literally not a bass. Have not thrown a drop shot. I had to tie it up, had to rig it up. And then I picked it up because I'm staring at my Mega 360 and I'm like, I swear I can see 2 giants sitting in that brush pile. Just kept flipping it, and that next flip I must have got it perfect because when I picked up it was swimming off. That's what I caught it on right there. X-Zone deception worm. You hear that drag when it took off. You know what's crazy? This is actually the exact same rod that was pretty much glued in my hand at Champlain when I won earlier this year. Gosh, I'm like torn on, do I just grind it out right here? There's obviously big ones around here. So you've got stumps running off. You can see the shadows going each side. There's a fish down here. There's a fish right there at the base of that tree. There's a fish right there. right there, and there's the brush pile we caught the big one out of. And there's another stump right there, and that little tiny blue icon down there is where we caught them this morning, which is just right there. Like they'll sit there, but they know the boat's here, so they just stop.
Well, the other anglers in our top 10 are going to have their hands full with that young man. One of the best with his electronics, has not thrown a drop shot all week. And well, Tommy, on the final day of the tournament, why not just throw it and catch almost an 8-pounder?
Yeah. A double-digit lead. That is a scary lead for Brandon Pollinik. We remind ourselves once again that double-digit largemouth bass do live here. So anything can be upset at any time during the course of this day, but advantage, Pollinik. We'll be back.
Got him. That's a 5-pounder.
It's a bass.
Yeah!
That's another good one.
The Bassmaster Elite at Santee Cooper Lakes, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps, is being brought to you by Abu Garcia, Berkeley, Ranger Boats, and by Toyota.
Come here. Yes! That's why we came down here.
A highlight reel for sure to start this championship day on the Bassmaster Elite Series Santee Cooper Lakes event. 7th stop of the year, and Brandon Pollinik, after a 9-pound, 9-ounce day, a letdown day on day number 3, absolutely bringing it back. And that big one we saw, Z, was much more than the 6 pounds he indicated it was.
I think the most impressive thing is him starting on a primary spot where he fished on day 1, Tommy, where he caught one bass that weighed 1.5 pounds and going back to it here on the final day. We're going to head out right now with Carl Jocenson. Slow morning so far, but Carl made the comment this is a special spot that he really saw what he thinks is the winning school of fishing. He's going to tell us in our Skeeter boats, Taste the Bait.
So this is this grass spot that we're fishing, but 360 is showing me the subtleties. So there's little clumps like this that I'm seeing on down scan, but this is like where I caught the 5.5, 6 on day 1. Like I'd never throw there if I didn't have it, but I can see there's a harder clump right there. And that's where I've had 2 of my bites. And without that, I just can't make those accurate casts. So I was able to catch 2 fish when they weren't schooling because I could see that in an hour I knew exactly what was here. Came away with 3 fish. It's helped us get 1 this morning. I'd love to get away from here with 1 more big bite. Oh. Oh no, come back, baby. Come back, please. Oh no, he had it.
Carl, understandably very anxious about this spot here. It has been the component of his big days out here. We've seen some great days from Carl. We first got to know him way back in 2015, what he had to overcome just to get here from Australia, become a professional bass angler, and then to come out on the Bassmaster Elite Series and have a great tournament on this terrific lake. It was something to watch.
It was, and every time we watch Carl Jacobson on the Bassmaster Elite Series, it seems he has a jig in his hand, fishing deeper, and we really haven't covered Carl fishing shallow like he has this week. And he made the comment, if he's going to win this tournament, this starting spot has to fire, and has to fire soon.
Give me another shot. Oh, bumped it. There's a school up there. Got him, baby. Oh my God, giant boys. That's why we came here. That's goosebumps. That's some goosebumps. Chilling stuff right there. That's a 5-pounder. One for the big side. Australia, Team Jacobson. That one's for you. Got a feeling
There might be two. Could have been a different fish. And I just slowed up and ticked it and just gave it like a little rip. And she ate it. Whew. Film that. That's my knees clacking together. Whole body is just like shaking. I can't stop whining, I might get a fish.
Well, he is a total hot mess right now, Tommy Sanders. We're
that.
going to get back up Lake Marion right now with somebody we have not been on this final day. Corey Johnston from Canada. Unbelievable event. Really, it was an unbelievable season. Seeing how it started for Corey Johnston, it was a train wreck to start this year. And if you kind of look at Corey Johnston's season, he would last year in contention for the Angler of the Year title. If he would not have had those first two events, St. John's River and Lake Eufaula, well, Corey Johnston would be blowing the Angler of the Year race away.
Well, as it is, he's currently in second place, as you see right there, second to Clark Wendlandt, and not that far back. So he's very much a part of the conversation, this very, very important Angler of the Year situation.
There you go. Came up and swirled on the frog. Two. Solid one. Look at that. What happened yesterday? That's what they're eating. Big bluegills. Ugh. Nasty.
So two in the live well, bit of an upgrade for Corey Johnston. Started the day in 5th place. He was in 10th until he caught that one right there. But let's move on for our first look of the day at the veteran. 38 years fishing with the Bassmasters. Bernie Schultz, and certainly has found something, Z, that is to his liking, and he's been very faithful to this technique.
And really, Bernie Schultz has gone shallower and shallower each day as his weights have gone up.
I got a 10-pound line. Hopefully it works out. It's a nice fish. They want to go to those trees, boy, as soon as they get hooked. There you go.
Good tournament for Bernie Schultz, who had a miserable practice, and he said, each day of this event, I've gone shallower and shallower on these cypress trees, and if there's water to get over their backs, they will be on those trees from there. We're going to head back into Jack's Creek, where we see Brandon Pollinik. Well, this is where he did the majority of his damage throughout this tournament. Brandon Pollinik leaving where he caught him this morning.
Brandon Pollinik with 3 fish in the live well, including a giant. He has caught fire on this final day after a tough day number 3 from the man who's already notched a win already this season. But let's take you back to 2017 and the Bassmaster Angler of the Year Championship on Mille Lacs Lake.
Exactly right, Brandon Pollinik, one of the best smallmouth fishermen we have ever covered on the Bassmaster Elite Series. And the one thing, if you look at Brandon Pollinik, a lot like Carl Jocumson, he's known as a deep water guy. When they're offshore, he is going to do damage. This tournament has been really polar opposite. When he won in 2017 the Angler of the Year title, almost everything he caught was offshore. So this tournament, a lot bigger deal for Brandon Pollinik, catching them very shallow.
Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Is that a bass or is that a mudfish? It's a bass. You! That's another good one. That's not just a 2-pounder. It's a 2.5. 2.5. Yeah! Come on. Let's go, come on. Man.
Boy, he is hard to stop right now.
Absolutely, 4 fish, 4 good ones in the live well, including a giant. Brandon Pollinik, and make no mistakes, other anglers have been making moves up the leaderboard. Austin Felix, Bill Lowen, Carl Jocenson struggling a little bit, but finally getting a couple in the boat from his very important opening spot. for each and every day of this tournament. But as you say, Z, hard to stop, and he looks unstoppable at this point. Brandon Pollinik. Final day Bassmaster Elite at the Santee Cooper Lakes, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. 10 anglers out there have made it all the way through to this day. They're all going for the championship. Corey Johnston, who we're watching right here, started the day in 5th place, fell down a little bit. A slow start to his morning, but he's building back up, and Corey Johnston having a fantastic season. We touched on it earlier. 2 difficult tournaments to start his year, but since then he's been flawless, pulling up behind Wendlandt. Clark with a good lead, but he's certainly not out of the woods yet. David Mullins, Drew Cook also have a shot at it.
Big one. There we go. Gotcha. That's more like it. Four-pounder.
Corey Johnston really consistent this week. Really made the comment, the only thing missing in my stringer is one of those 8 to 10 pounders Santee Cooper's known for. From there, get up Lake Marion right now with David Mullins with a slow morning so far.
More cast. There he is. All right. Maybe we should have been chatterbaiting in here instead of golly, he's got it good. Instead of doing what everybody's doing.
Well, every single day there's been a late day bite, and you're starting to see that right now on Santee Cooper. Back to Bernie Schultz.
Starting to get wind on our trees, and I don't like it. Oh, stay on, stay on. It's number 5, if I can get him in. Come here. 2.5, 2 something. All right, we got 5.
Oh, Bernie Schultz having one of his best start of 2020, and he's had a good 2020, had a great northern swing with 3 very high finishes. Back over to Carl Jocenson. Again, we think about Carl and we think about this time of year. He didn't know it at the time when he fished Lake 10 Killer in autumn of last year that this was going to be preparation for the way this season has turned out. But Carl really put on a show at Lake 10 Killer, breaking through for his first ever Elite Series victory.
One of the most memorable tournaments we have covered, because Carl, he was vocal about it. It was kind of sketchy if Carl was going to be able to continue very up and down years on the Bassmasters. A huge win for Carl Jacobson on Lake 10 Killer last season.
Look at that thing. That could be a $100,000 fish right there. Waited my whole life to catch that fish. That's a lifetime of dedication, passion, and just loving the game. That's the way you do it.
Oh God, they're schooling. Big one. There's another giant with it. Stay down, baby. You stay down. Come here. One the same size with it.
4.5, 5. I got it, it's good. Got it, they're right on that clump. Another one with it. I was telling you, everyone what was here. Ate me at the boat. Another one with it, trying to get it.
All of these guys getting done what they're getting done with so few bites every day. Sometimes you spend a long time in between them. Carl Jocenson started the day with the lead, fell back in the pack there and just trying to, well, he's got his third in the boat right now and just trying to build back. He's got very little time left, and you can see the mountain right here that he's got to climb. Brandon Pollinik with a 6-pound lead over him. Again, we got big ones here in Santee Cooper, and one can change that entire picture. There's sufficient time left for these guys, but stay on. It's going to be do or die for the likes of Carl Jocenson or anyone who would challenge Pollinik for the win here at Santee Cooper.
The Bassmaster Elite at Santee Cooper Lakes, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps, is being brought to you by Yamaha, Skeeter Boats, Power Pole, and by Humminbird.
Getting nearer to the end of 4 hard-fought days for these 10 anglers who are left. The Bassmaster Elite at the Santee Cooper Lakes, brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. A shout out for our great host, Clarendon County. Of course, the John C. Land Fishing Facility, all completely top-notch. It's been a terrific experience and great competition. But Brandon Pollinik, as you see right there, has gotten the best of this field today. A good, solid lead over Carl Jocenson. Again, we say time is running out, but this is also a place where double-digit fish do live. Anything can happen as we get you back down to Carl Jocenson.
Absolutely, and really Carl Jacobson has protected that 25-pound monster stringer on day one, and he made the comment, it looked a lot better on paper. I only caught 6 bass on day one, and really today, getting that primary starting spot to fire. And as you said, Tommy Sanders, this is where double-digit bass live. There are plenty of 8 to 10 pounders. Carl catching 3 good ones early today, but he's gonna need a giant out of Jack's Creek. And we have definitely seen them caught out of there so far this week.
So we're gonna head up the river here. We're gonna slip in there, we're gonna fish the river, work our way up to that sort of big opening. Gussie will be up there. You can see how Gussie's doing. Check in and then see how our day's going, make some decisions from there. Gussie's a good one. We've been working together for the last couple of years, and at some events I get to really help him. Same with Brandon. And at this one, I gave him a lot of confidence in doing this, and he's had an incredible tournament. Figured his own deal out, you know, but we worked together through it. And then I've just run into him up the river here, and we talked, and he said he got a couple of bites along this little stretch here, so. And we are probably 1 giant away from giving this thing a run. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Pinned. What's that? 2.5? Somewhere. Gussie, good thing. See, all Canadians aren't bad.
This may be our most international top 10 ever in the Bassmaster Elite Series. We've got Carl, we've got Jeff Gustafson and Corey Johnston, 2 Canadians and 1 Australian in the mix here, and all of them going to have to do something pretty darn dramatic. Catch this man right here. Only 4 fish in the boat, but they're the good ones for Brandon Pollinik.
There we go. Stay on there. Stay on there. Stay on there, please. Please.
Please. Please be bass. Please stay on there. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It is. It's a good one. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yes! Yes! Woo! Yeah! That's not a giant, but I'm so happy to have that 2.5 pounder, man. Woo! Thank you, drop shot. Oh my gosh. Seems like they might be on brush piles today with the drop shot. Maybe we should hit it. Told you this last hour was gonna be important. Gosh, man, we gotta be pushing 18. I mean, that's gotta give us a chance. Oh, we have filled out our limit. We have got about 12 minutes of fishing time. I feel like I'm one big bite away from locking this thing up. Oh, I can't get it. He's got all that grass. Where are you? I can feel him. I got him. I got him in all the grass. I got him in all the grass, baby. That's gonna help. I went to try to flip him, but I couldn't get that grass. There he is pegged too. Look at that, right through the noggin. Just one big bite away, I was saying. Oh, that's not a 6, but that's a dang good one. Dude, we got a sack now. I'm pretty sure that's the one I just caught on a drop shot. He didn't have to swim far. That last one was for you, Porter, if you're watching. What a wild day. This morning was, I mean, that call we made this morning was so crucial. I feel like we got a shot unless someone just absolutely, you know, crushed them, which this place has got them, so they definitely could have. Nothing left to do now other than just find out.
At 49 pounds, 7 ounces, looking for 12, 13, 22 pounds, 11 ounces! 22-11 with 72 pounds and 2 ounces. The Prodigy doubles down in 2020 and becomes a 5-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion.
Well, an absolutely stellar, and I mean stellar, final day for this 5-time winner with the Bassmaster Elite Series, Brandon Pollinik. That is victory not number 1, but victory number 2 for this incredible 2020 season, the longest season we have ever endured here on the Bassmaster Elite Series Z. And like you put it better than anyone, once this guy gets on a roll, he is unstoppable.
Yeah, he is the last. If you're a Bassmaster angler, you do not want to see Brandon Pollinik in the top 10 on a final day. But really, I want you to look at that bait rotation, constantly keeping different things honest. And really what he did, he beat down a lot of other anglers in those same areas. And when it was all said and done, the entire tournament, Brandon Pollinik put a beat down on the field.
Yeah, the 8-pound margin of victory here. Hey, let's talk about, though, our Mercury Move of the day. And we're going to go to Carl Jocenson for this, for something he did on day number 1.
Day number 1, 25 pounds and 8 ounces. And really, he only caught 6 bass all day long, but they were the right ones. And he almost pulled it off with that anchoring bag on day 1. That's your Mercury Move of the day.
Hey, let's talk about our Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the tournament. This one by Jeff Gustafson, 9 pounds, 7 ounces. He said, before I caught this, I was looking to miss the cut. I was a loser. I felt like a winner. The power of one fish, Z.
Well, we've all been there, but how about Clark Wendlandt really putting on another show, just very consistent, and another consistent finish, 17th place. And if you look at Clark's year so far, really it's just been the only slip up 46th place at Lake Champlain, a place where Clark usually does well, but definitely in the driver's seat in our Angler of the Year race, Clark Wendlandt.
Yeah, we actually got him to talk about that, and he's really wanting to pull that off this season. He's been in that situation before. He knows how to get it done. Well, Z, what an incredible tournament. We didn't have one of those springtime century mark deals, but it was great stuff nonetheless.
Again, Santee Cooper. Every time the Bassmasters has come here, Santee Cooper is the star of the show. Did it again this time around.
Hey, we appreciate you all being with us today. We'll see you next time right here on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
The Prodigy doubles down in 2020 and becomes a 5-time Bassmaster Elite Series